I'm sorry to say this, but that interpretation would create an enormous contradiction. That makes sense. After all, my deduction is almost entirely never correct. Remember the testimony she just gave. Before the killer let out a scream, Maya said she had already been splattered by the victim's blood. In other words, the blade and the staff had already been plunged into the victim. Ah, is that right? She couldn't have been struck back with a sword that was already stuck in her body. The weapon that caused the killer to let out a scream must have been something other than the staff. If you're so sure about that, then don't keep us waiting any longer, right? If Dahlia Hawthorne had already been stabbed in the back of the staff, what could she have been using to strike back at the killer? Take that! Naturally, the dagger that the killer brought to the crime... Naturally, the dagger the killer brought to the scene of the crime. Oh, that's right. Forgot about that. This dagger was found at the crime scene, stuck into a pine tree. Yes, my detective found it this morning and brought it to me. Dahlia Hawthorne struck back at the killer with this, and she managed to wound him as well. Objection. Just because he let out a scream doesn't mean he was wounded. Well, you know, blood of the dagger could have been from the victim. Objection. Have you forgotten that the blood has already been tested? Since we learned it wasn't the victim's blood, that's only be the killer's blood. The killer must have a wound somewhere on his body. So you're saying the blood in this dagger belongs to the killer? Exactly. The DNA analysis of the blood will prove it beyond a shadow of a doubt. Then yes, Mr. Godot, it'll prove that it's your blood. Nice theory, right? Order the court. Let me ask you something, right? Let's just say that it turned out I was the killer. Do you really think I would be stupid enough to leave evidence like that? What? Just think for a second. This dagger was found in the morning by detectives and brought to me. There was already blood on it, correct? But even so, I was the one who brought this dagger here to the courtroom. Yes? What does that prove? Well, maybe you were the killer. I could have washed the blade off and found some another punch of blood on it. That can't be. In any case, there's one thing I can guarantee, right? That blood. It doesn't belong to me. Not a chance. What? In any event, it seems to be established that the killer was wounded. Alright then, witness, continue your testimony. Hold it! Wait a minute. What's the problem? I know I probably shouldn't say this, but there's a big contradiction in Nick's explanation. Maya! This dagger, you said that it wounded the killer. That's right. But, if Mr. Godot had really been cut with a dagger, his clothes would be bloody or have a rip in them, right? Maya? Maybe he just changed his clothes. That'll solve the contradiction pretty easily. What are you talking about? It's not that simple at all. Remember back to the day of the murder. Everyone that was in the temple site got trapped there. Ah, that's right. And once the bridge was fixed and the police headed for the inner temple, Mr. Godot was already there waiting for them. He never had a chance to change his clothes. Ah! Order in the court. When the witness says it's true, objection. Well, maybe he brought a change of clothes with him. But no one could have predicted the lightning strike that shut down the bridge. Why would anyone have brought a change of clothes? Well then, maybe the killer took off his clothes before he committed the murder. That way he wouldn't get any blood on them. Objection. That's impossible, Trike. You know how cold it gets up there late at night. And if he had managed with no clothes on, he'd be frozen solid. So that's all I got. I knew you weren't tough enough to finish this. Right now, if me and Faye were here, she would have closed the book on this case already. Me and Faye were here. So come on, Trike. Can you do it or not? How about it, Mr. Wright? You've accused Mr. Goodell of being the killer. But can you prove it? Have you got even one piece of evidence? The question isn't whether I can prove it or not. The fact is, I have to prove it. It's the only choice I have. I was taught it's one of the rules of being a lawyer. I can prove it. I'm gonna bring your magnificent vengeance to fruition, just as you wanted. Heh, that's good. I fight into the bitter end, right? Since there's only one piece of evidence I can prove your point, why don't we go for the unlimited penalty? Are you trying to pressure me, Mr. Goodell? Because it doesn't matter to me. I got the one piece of evidence I need. Give me a break. You got nothing, Trite. Alright then, Mr. Wright. Let's hear what you got. There's one thing I demonstrated in the previous cross-examination. The killer was wounded. I was proven by the blade on the dagger. But we decided it's impossible since it is such a wound. If he hadn't been cut by the dagger, there should be a bloodstain on his clothing. There's one place the killer could have hidden his wound. What did you just say? Hidden? The end of the line. Final stop, Trite. Let's hear what you got. Where's the location where you said the killer hid his wound? Take that! Heh. I don't know what you're talking about. And frankly, I don't need to know. What I do know is that you'd never be half the lawyer she was. Isn't that right, Trite? I'll catch this now. Yeah? It can't be. Everything on. So him? Even as we speak, you're still hiding the wound. It's beneath your mask. During the fight, the red lights given off by the killer suddenly disappeared. Seconds later, the killer let out a scream. That's right, your mask went flying off your face. Mr. Godot, would you mind removing your mask? If you have a dagger wound under there somewhere, then I'd say this whole case is solved! Just now, I saw a spirit in you. Huh? I never liked you. 6 years ago. You helped a woman who put me to sleep by hiding a bottle of poison. And then, while I was sleeping, you let Mia die. But you didn't care, because you kept living a pathetic, happy-go-lucky life. You even had the nerve to follow in the footsteps as a lawyer. I could never forgive you. That's what I thought. Mr. Cattell. But I was wrong about you. I knew from the very beginning. The truth is, the only person I could never find it in my heart to forgive. Was me. You, yourself. I was the one trying to protect Mia. Me and no one else. I'm trying to run my accent too. Escape the harshness of reality. Just couldn't face me myself at all, so I ran. Hid behind a mask, doing my true name. I couldn't even deal with being a defense attorney anymore, so I quit. But you saved Maya. Yeah, that was our plan. Up until just now, anyway. What do you mean? Are you listening, Maya? I'd really wanted to save you. If there's one person I should have gone to and talked to right away. Who would that be? Are you talking about Nick? But I didn't do it. I tried to get the help of Iris and your mother. And I closed my eyes to the most important man involved. You know why? The real reason. No. Why? I suppose. I wasn't really interested in saving you at all. Huh? I think I was just trying to salvage what was happening in a broken soul. I was trying to make up for the fact that I couldn't say more. Nothing more. That's why I let you walk right into a situation that I knew was dangerous. Forgive me. You're wrong. You put your life on the line to save Maya. Was it really for Maya's sake? Even I'm not really sure. What do you mean by that? That night, in the darkness of the garden, I saw a silhouette. Part of me must have known the truth. The truth that it wasn't really Dahlia Hawthorne sitting right there in front of me. I could have been Misty Faye, or even a little girl. But I still picked up the blade. It's like I was dreaming. Not sure exactly what was going on in my mind at that point. Was I really motivated by the pure desire to protect Maya Faye? Or was it something else? Was it my hatred for a woman who had stolen everything from me 6 years earlier? Could it have been simply a desire for revenge? And now, I don't know anything anymore. I did not tell me good day, however. I finally realized that I was the arrogant one. I was just chasing out illusion, fantasy. The stupid fantasy of defeating you in the courtroom. You were the one who made me realize my folly. Never went away from me with death. Instead, I picked up right where she left off. As a true defender of the people. In that one moment, I understood everything. Stick it out. I think you already know this, but if you don't, my name is Diego Armando. Mr. Armando, I believe in you. I know you were trying to save me. Thanks. Your wound! It's bleeding! Heh. Did you forget already? In my world, the color red doesn't exist. These must be my tears. Tears? Ever since I woke up from my coma, I think I've been waiting for this very moment. Mr. Armando! You do well to remember this, Maya. The only time a love can cry is when it's all over. This time, it really is all over, isn't it? Defendant? Yes, Your Honor. Although you weren't directly involved in the murder, tampering with the body and the crime scene is a serious offense in and of itself. I understand, Your Honor. Mr. Armando explained that to me very carefully. I knew the risk and I really incorporated anyway. Very well. Before I hand down my verdict, is there anything you'd like to say? Well, there is one thing. I had to say something to Mr. Wright. Huh? I want to apologize to you. Apologize? To me? For what? For the case 5 years ago. Of course. I just remembered. Weren't you poisoned by your own lover? Not exactly, but yeah, something like that. Even now, 5 years later, I can hardly believe it. She was going to do it. She was planning to kill me. surprising. The two of you hardly knew each other. Huh? What do you mean? You and my sister. We only met twice. Huh? We only met twice? The first time we met was on that fateful day. The day she poisoned Miss Armando in the cafeteria on this very courthouse. The next time we met her was 8 months later. We met her again on the day that she stole your core medicine. And Doug Swallow was killed. No way. It can't be true. I mean, during our whole relationship, we were... For those 8 months, the one that you thought was Dahlia Hawthorne wasn't actually my sister. Huh? It wasn't Dahlia. I hope one day you can forgive me, Amy. You mean... That's right. I lied to you for 8 months. But why? Why would you do such a thing? Ever since she gave you the bottle that day, my sister was trying to get it back as soon as she possibly could. Because of the police investigation and the surveillance, she couldn't move about freely. So that's why you... My sister... From the beginning, she was prepared for the worst. Prepared for the worst? She thought you might somehow discover the truth. That's why she was always ready to deal with you at a moment's notice. She already had so much to answer for. There weren't any more sins on her soul. I begged her not to do it, and she agreed to give me a chance. And that's why you came to me. You came to get the bottle, you came to get the bottle pendant back from me in your place. I couldn't get you to give it back. I found out something even as simple as that. 8 months passed, and I still couldn't get it back from you. Finally, my sister couldn't wait any longer. She didn't consult me about a plan for you that day. It was the first time that had ever happened. That was a bit strange, wasn't it? Up until that day, we two were partners in crime, and she would confer with you. I think she must have noticed. Noticed what? My feelings for you. If I found out she was planning to kill you, I would have done whatever was necessary to stop her. Even if it meant her life. Or mine. Iris. After spending those 8 months by his side, my feelings towards you, they changed. I have something to say to you, too. Yes? You really are the person I always thought you were. Even after Dahlia Hawthorne was found guilty, I still believed in you. Thank you! How many cups of darkness have I drank over the years? Even I don't know. I'll tell you though. Right now, this one here is the greatest cup I think I've ever had. Don't you think so, Phoenix, right? Yeah, I think you're right. Because of the trial was real and the murder of the victim, Louis Turner. At some point, I expect you to be tried for your role as an accomplice in this case. I understand, Nana. Very well. On the charge of murder, I hereby find the defendant. Court is now adjourned.